All right, welcome to this video. I'm making this short video just to help students in case you are new to the class and you have not done my exams before. Those of you who have done my exams before, obviously you know how it's done, but just go through it anyway. So this is an example of the last exam that we did. And of course, it's very important. All you need is the exam paper. And of course, you need a really nice pencil if you can with an eraser. This one is a 2B, which is a very good grade for the pencil. So try to see if you can get like a nice 2B pencil because it really writes much more better. The eraser actually is much more nicer. You can use it to erase so that way you have a neat exam. All right, so when you look at your exam, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to see the main page, which is basically right there. I can sing. That's the main page. It is important that you write your name and you write your grade, that means your class. You don't have a candidate number, like a student number, so you don't really need that right now. No worries. But make sure you write your name inside the box very neatly. And then, of course, you write your grade over here. So let's do it. I will write my name, Teacher Alam, and I will write, let's say, grade 4, for example. So you write your grade. If you're grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, you write your grade, okay? I'm gifted. I'm just slumping over with talent. So now here is the main page. Now, when you flip the exam over, your exam actually starts. If you look on the top of the exam paper, of course, over here, it will say what the grade is. If you're grade 4, it'll say grade 4. If you're grade 3, it'll say grade 3, grade 2, grade 1, accordingly. Of course, it says name again, attendance number, and class. If you know your attendance number, you may enter it. But if you don't, it's okay. But it's very important that you write your name again and you write your class again. I know what you're thinking. You're like, wait a minute, teacher. I already wrote my name over here. Why should I write it again? Just write your name again. So you write your name, Teacher Alam, and class is grade 4. Okay. Attendance number, if you know it. If you don't know it, don't worry. Now, your exam is actually working in a very simple way. There are 2 ways to answer it, and you have to answer it both ways, actually. One is you need to, let me read this. It says, enter your name both on exam paper and answer sheet. We'll come to the answer sheet in 1 second. The second one is to please make sure you clearly shade the answers as shown as an example, which is right over here. So, for example, if the question number is 63 and you have A, B, C, D, this is not the correct way to answer it. Okay, that's not correct. That's also not correct. This is the only way to answer it, where you shade the letter of your answer. We will do like an example in one moment. So question number 63, this is wrong, and of course, this is the correct way of doing it. That's just an example of how to do it. Answers should be written next to the questions and shaded on the answer paper. Incorrect or messy answers will have a 0 score, and please, of course, use pencil for neatness. Let's take a look at question number 1. We'll do like an example, okay? This is section 1. There are 3 answers, input, output, and both. And of course, the first one says a scanner, and then you will have to write the answer letter in here, A, B, or C. I prefer you write the full answer, but if you write the letter alone, it's also acceptable. A scanner, which is question 1, a scanner is a device which basically is input, output, or both. Well, it's not output, it's not both, but it's input. That means we scan things to the computer. So it's input. So we write A, input. So right over here, I'm going to write nicely A, and over here, I'm going to write input. That is your answer right there. Okay, so for question 1, scanner, the answer was A. And then, of course, you just carry on going through everything like that. Okay, now, once you finish this over here, you need to go to another part of the exam where the answer sheet is. In this case, let me do this really quickly. Like this. In this case, it's going to look something like this. All right, it says answer sheet. Of course, it has name, exam, and your class, and it all looks something like that right there. Of course, those of you who have done my exam before, you already know. This is just for the benefit of students who are forgetting, or maybe they don't know how to do my exam. So question number 1 is over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It goes all the way. If you look, it goes all the way to question number 50. There is a key. You don't need to do this. You don't need to shade that. And there is no ICT ID for you yet, so please don't shade that. You don't need to do that. We will do this later. This one we will do it later. So this is question number 50. This is question number 44. And it just kind of like goes, it goes from 1 all the way to 50. Okay, so we will go back here. It's important that you write your name again.
I'll fix the little squirt.
Teacher Alam. You notice that I wrote it inside the box. I didn't write on top of the box or under the box or on the box. I wrote it inside the box. It's very important that you write it inside the box so that it looks really neat and tidy. And your class is over here, which is basically G4. Your exam, this time we are doing semester 1 exam, so you have to write semester 1. So it looks like that. That's your name. As you can see, it's inside the box, not up here, not outside the box, not under the box, but it is neatly inside the box. And then you write your class, same thing. You try not to touch the line, write neat and tidy. And of course, this time when I'm making this video, we're going to be writing our semester 1 exam. So the semester 1 exam right there. Okay, so now we will go to question 1. Let's go back to our exam and look at it over there, because we are trying to take the answer from the exam, correct? So this is question number 1, which was A. You wrote it over here. Now you will go to your answer paper. You'll go to your answer paper and you look at 1, and that's A. And now you're going to shade A. Please be very neat and tidy and shade answer A. There you go. Beautiful. That's the only way to do it. Very neat, very tidy. You shade inside the circle very nicely. You don't have to be too hard with your pencil. Just be a little bit lightly is okay. But please make sure that it's dark enough so we can see your answer. Don't do something where it's so faint and you can't even see what you're answering. Okay, that's important. And then you go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You carry on going through all the way to 50. So let's say we go to the second one. Question number 1 was A. CPU, input, output, or both. CPU is an input and output device, so it's actually both. So over here, I'm going to write C. You see how neatly I'm writing it? And I'm going to write both. Okay? So question number 2, CPU. The answer was C. Then I will go back to my answer paper, and I will go to 2 and A, B, C. C was my answer, right? Let's take a look again. Let's make sure. 1 was A, and of course CPU, question number 2, was actually C. So we're going to go to 2, 1, A, B, C. And then we're going to shade C. Very neatly, very nicely. And there you go. That's beautiful. Look at that. Wow, how nice it looks. So neat, so tidy. It's very important that you try to be neat and tidy as best as you can, because your exam should look nice, right? Your exam should not look like a big mess. It's your exam. It should look nice. Of course it should look nice. So you write your name. Semester 1 is the exam, and your class is G4. And then you continue shading it. Now I have another example over here. So when you finish writing, it's going to end up looking something like this. If you make a mistake, like for example, I did one over there. If you make a mistake, you simply put a tick mark where it is. Don't try to use whiteout to cancel. Just use the tick mark, and when I'm correcting, I will see which answer you are doing. And that's what it looks like. So it has my name. Of course, that's another one. So I should write the exam over here, and I should write my class over here. I just wrote that in there. And then that's what it looks like. Take a look. See how neat and tidy. Wow. Perfect. Everything is super. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your attention. I hope I helped answering some questions that some of you may have on how to do the exam. Remember, exam paper, you should always write your name, write your class. You should actually write the date somewhere also, but that's no big deal. But you should write the date. That's a good thing to write the date. And then, of course, when you have your answers, and then you write your question. You write your question is. You put the answer right over there, and correspondingly, you go to your answer sheet, and then you shade it over there, so that at the end, when you go through everything, it should come all the way to number 50. All exams are from 1 to 50 unless otherwise. Because remember, some of you are also doing projects in class separately on the computer. So those scores are added on later on separately. So this is just the exam time where you're writing from 1 to 50. And then, of course, those of you who are doing projects or homework assignments, those scores are added separately for your grade. Thank you very much, guys. I hope this was a good video, that you understood what you needed to do. If there's any questions, please feel free to ask me at any time regarding this or anything else for that matter. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck for your exam, and I will see you in class. Bye-bye.
What?